Yo, I'm drinking seltzer water and I'm really nervous about burping on your podcast.
You know, it happens when I listen back. Like sometimes, like I think this. I've always done this. Is like sometimes I like drift into mouth breathing, and like the guest will be talking, and you can hear me kind of in the back, like.
Let's breathe together for a second. Yeah, we're gonna start a rap group, the Apnea Boys.
CPAC gang.
Yo, for real.
Hit the critical James theory, yo. Just so look at the critical James theory, yo.
Hey, welcome back. Another episode of Critical James Theory. I am James Knight. Make sure you subscribe. We got, we moving up. We doing numbers. Subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/Critical James Theory. You know what I mean? Because, motherfuckers got to eat. Today in the studio, there's not much. I couldn't find much on your Instagram.
You sound like Drake in his beef. I'm looking for the dirt.
I couldn't find it. He has like 8 pictures, and that's it. What I do know, very funny. He has a comedy production company called Look Over Here, and is the host of Certainly Funny every Friday at Veganish Philly. Grannies Love Em.
Grannies do love me.
The very funny Charles Steele.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You going double those claps up in post so you
I'm
get
try.
a whole audience. Yeah. Yo, Grannies do love. I'm surprised you quoted that. That was a nice. I was out filming a midterm election special, 2018, and I interviewed this granny, and I feel like, you saw her smile. You saw the smile in the picture.
Her head was back like this.
Yeah, she said, I don't know. I feel like she was feeling the boy. Yeah. What can I say?
Hey, we don't age discriminate around here.
And it's been, and historically, I met a granny that ain't love me, so.
Hey, look.
So.
Look, when grannies love you, you're doing something right. Mm-hmm. So wait, you
got that Chex Mix. What you need? Mad Werthers.
Or the strawberry. They got them in the lobby, those little strawberry joints.
Oh.
They got them down in the
What
lobby.
you know about the strawberry Werthers?
I don't even.
Not just the caramel. We got different flavors. All right.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I don't know a lot about you. I think I don't. I really don't.
I like this. Yeah. I feel like a man of mystery, of intrigue.
So, okay, it is purposeful.
International.
So, you from Philly, born and raised or no?
Yes.
Okay, whereabouts?
Okay, so my family lived like Strawberry Mansion, me and my parents. Okay. And then
glad you called it Strawberry Mansion, not Brewery Town.
Oh yeah, no. We lived there, and then we moved to the Northeast because we had lived in Strawberry Mansion. Mm-hmm. So then it's like, all right, yeah. So I grew up around like Northeast High School.
Okay. Yeah. Man, this is a lifer. I don't think I've ever lived in Philly.
Hey,
I lived in Philly for like a hot second with a roommate in their basement. And that's it.
Oh, you don't live in Philly now?
No.
I don't know a lot about you. Let's turn the tables on you real quick.
This is true.
I don't know a lot about you.
Man, this is how I feel. Okay. I was born and raised in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right across the bridge.
Yeah. I don't want my chains.
Chief Keef wanted to blow New Jersey up. I still don't know why.
That's my whole. I'm like, hey man, that's a very big state.
Yeah, it's a lot to blow up.
That's like regional conflicts. Like, you don't fuck with a nigga in North Jersey, you want to blow the whole state up? It's a garden state. That's an ecocide right now.
Yeah, so we got all the greenery. You need us for oxygen, man.
Nobody gonna breathe with Chief Keef out. Yo, have you listened to new Chief Keef?
No. Is there a new Chief Keef?
He's still dropping because you forget this nigga was like 15 when he got popping.
It's true.
So he's like younger than me, and it's like now, I feel like even still like he got this joint out with Mike Will Made It, Dirty Nachos. That was his most recent project.
Okay, all right.
He got Sexy Red on it.
I wonder about guys like that. I wonder about like the guys that popped up sporadically, like, and they kind of just Like they're still around, but they're not in the front anymore. You know, like Lil B. Like, wait, is he? I'm sure he's still doing things.
Lil B's out here.
I saw. Matter of fact, I saw him on Instagram. Like there was a flyer for some Summerfest somewhere, and it had his name in like the little tiny letters.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, Lil B got the tiny letters, man. There was a time.
This nigga, when niggas get to 11-point font, like, it's over. It's over. He comes home to his camp. They in the studio. They got me an 11-point font, nigga. Like,
you should just be happy to be here, Lil B. You just be happy to be here. Like, dang, man, they playing Lil B like that. Everyone was cooking.
was doing 18 font for years, man.
Everybody was cooking. Everybody was doing a little dance, man. It's still, some people, James Harden still does it for some reason.
Nah, Lil B out here. I mean, this nigga got 50,000 songs. He just released anytime he breathed in the studio near a microphone. That's out. I'm like, bro, you got a 1,000-song mixtape. I can't listen to all that. Like,
Lil B was a whole genre at some point.
Right.
Like, it was just like he birthed so many weird rappers that didn't make it.
You know who the new Lil B is, though?
Who?
It's the RXK nephew.
I've never heard of this
I'm gonna
person.
put you on. Can you play stuff on here?
I don't think it'll play while I'm recording.
Oh,
But RSK nephew?
RXK nephew.
RXK?
RXK.
Okay, RSK. I'm going to see what he looks like so I can see if he looks like what he sounds like. Okay. My first guess was that he was white.
Oh,
I was
okay.
wrong.
You thought I was coming to recommend the white rapper on your podcast? You thought that's why I showed up?
I don't know. We could. White rappers are a thing. White rappers aren't terrible. Yellow Wolf has bars.
Niggas just say Yellow Wolf.
I couldn't even get through it.
Say Yellow Wolf. That's crazy.
I couldn't even get through it.
So it's a bit of a generation gap here.
A little bit.
Say Yellow Wolf got bars.
Yellow Wolf got bars.
I just met a
Oh, he's 29. He ain't no young boy.
who, RSK?
Yeah.
No, damn, I thought he was old. He just does a lot of drugs. I thought he was like 35.
About to buy black Air Forces and move to Alaska is the first.
Yeah. That's where you should start. Yeah, anything he says is wild. Yo, I'm drinking seltzer water, and I'm really nervous about burping on your podcast.
You know, it happens when I listen back. Like sometimes, like, I think I've always done this. Is like sometimes I'll like drift in the mouth breathing, and like the guest will be talking, and you can hear me kind of in the back, like.
Let's breathe together for a second. Yeah. We're going to start a rap group, the Apnea Boys.
CPAC gang.
Yo, for real. That's the cover of the album. We just lay back.
Just sit there. That's how they bring us out on the stage. They bring us out on stretchers like a Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, right, exactly.
The smoke is in the room, then we cough because we can't breathe.
Yeah, the smoke is jingling. We're like, I didn't know this was going to be part of the stage production.
We have Real Hot Jones come out and bring our inhalers, and then we take a puff, and then we start the show.
Yo, I went to see Hannibal recently. He closes on a bit about asthma and like needing an inhaler.
Oh shit!
It's
Right.
yeah. This is just a exclusive way. New Hannibal hotness.
Did he rap during his set? Like this was at Helium, right?
Yeah, he did.
He did rap.
He did. He
Oh
rap.
shit! Was it in the beginning, middle, or end, or did he like sporadically just throw it in there?
It was a little sporadic. It was mostly in the middle.
Okay.
That was the thing. It was like Hannibal one. I'm gonna put these glasses on. In true Hannibal fashion, I'm gonna put my glasses on in the middle of what I'm doing. He actually complimented these glasses. Side note.
Nice.
I feel a little bit like a hoe because women have been complimenting these glasses for months, and then when Hannibal said, I was like, hey, yo, Hannibal. Hannibal complimented my glasses, yo. Like, damn. What about the sexy ladies that were saying it?
Nah, it's just Hannibal's. Hannibal's compliment matters the most. It's the most weighted.
A woman complimented my glasses yesterday, then you ain't put out Animal Furnace? Like, I don't know. Like, you mean?
You wouldn't know, bro.
What you do? What you do?
You didn't expose Bill Cosby on accident?
That was a crazy joint because I was in high school then.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first burp. It's number one.
Number one. We got a counter. We'll put a number here. Two.
Doubling up. Don't do this shit. Bad. No, I was in high school and I was supposed to go to that concert at the Trocadero where that happened. I was a big Hannibal fan. I just started comedy. Something you might not.
I didn't know.
I started when I was 16. So
Damn.
I was like, that was like his prime. I'm starting. I'm like, yeah, young black niggas, we in this. I'm like putting myself in the same category, delusional. Yeah, no, but I couldn't go because my mom was like, it's a school night. It was that concert was on a Thursday. If you go back and do the history, I was like, Mom, it's gonna be Friday tomorrow. We're not gonna do nothing. Like, I went to Samuel Fells. Like,
what year was that?
This is 2015.
2015.
Well, no, because it was in the fall, so it was 14.
Okay, 2015. I just started comedy too.
Okay.
I wasn't 16. I was like 29, 26, 28, something like that.
That was, I thought that shit was. I thought I was swagged out. I'm like, I'm out here in these bars with, the whole gang. I'm the young boy, and like, then now getting older, looking back at some of those people, I was like, none of these people were cool. So there was nothing that was transferring to me. I was like, yeah, look at us, gang. Like, nah, it was very just a strange 16-year-old boy trying to sneak into Medusa's Lounge, a bar owned by the mob.
Yeah.
Just hiding in the corner, trying not to get. The thing is, when you try to sneak in to do comedy, you eventually have to go on stage. So then you got the lights and your voice amplified, and then you talking about being 16, like, and then like, nigga, leave. Like,
why are you? Where's your fan? Where's your mom?
Like, my mom worked nights. I was on the streets.
Damn,
I was
man.
outside.
He was definitely outside.
I was starting it up in these comedy streets.
What was your first, like, what was the first room you went in?
It was February 10th, 2014. Fairmount Avenue, Urban Saloon. Let's take it back. Let's take it back, y'all. No, I only know that because I wrote that down in like my fucking notebook from high school. It's lame as hell. I was like, this day will live.
This is the day the journey started.
Yeah, no, it was very sentimental.
Hell yeah.
No, I was like a musical theater kid, unsurprising. So I had just came from practice for 42nd Street, and I was wearing a Catholic school uniform and had my book bag with me. I walked in the Urban Saloon and got into line for the sign-ups. It was me and my friend. I brought my friend with me. He only did comedy that night. He's never returned to the stage.
Probably smarter than than all of us.
He was like, I'm just get a job. The comedy shit was looking cool, but I might just gain employment.
Right.
So,
I need to eat later.
So yeah, the first thing a comedian ever said to me was Alex Grubar, and he walked up and he saw me and he said, I knew we were having a class trip, and just walked away. That was my entrance in the Philly comedy scene.
That's pretty funny.
I was like, yeah, I mean, I was sitting there like,
right, yeah.
I got these jokes in my book bag. Wait till I open my. It's like the worst school shooter ever. You're like, I wish you would have brought an AK-47. This nigga got a joke book in there.
How was your first set? Was it good or was it like?
I will say the first set was actually good. The first set, I will objectively, other people were there and saw it. I just did some, because mind you, like, I'm in uniform. I'm talking about Catholic school and shit.
They think you're doing a character, maybe.
It was, well, no, because I looked
like,
12. I was 16 and looked 12. So they were like, oh, no, he's in school. This is not a bit. But, yeah, no, I mean, I've been working on that set for, like, the school talent show. And they canceled the school talent show. So I've been, like, workshopping the set for, like, a month. So I was ready for that first 5 minutes. And I came back the week after, and I just talked about having anal sex with my girlfriend at the time. And niggas wasn't fucking with it. And I was like, man, it's because y'all old. Y'all not out here, like, y'all not here doing what I'm doing. Like, y'all not nasty,
fucking butts,
like,
yo.
You know what I mean? And then I feel like maybe it was like, in fact, we're not name-dropping niggas. I'm not name-dropping comedians from the 2014 Philadelphia open mic comedy scene. But somebody went up on stage after me, and he was like, anal sex, that's my wheelhouse. And then everybody started dying, and he just started talking about fucking in the ass. And I was like, wait, so it wasn't, because I'm like, all right, obviously these niggas hate butt sex. These
clearly.
open mic comedians must hate talking about butt sex. Oh, was I wrong? But yeah, so then he killed, like, for 3 minutes just talking about me, and I was like, oh, damn, all right, I gotta I gotta have nuanced takes on anal sex.
Yeah. You can just go talking about butt sex.
I was just like, hey yo, was there a butt?
Yeah, I fucked some butt the other day.
Yo, man, I'm telling you. I was just talking about how I was like surprisingly tight. I think it was pretty gross. It was pretty gross. I was like, oh no, this.
Ironically, I went up after you not too long ago after you had talked about dick sucks.
Hey, listen, I've evolved as an artist.
There was nuance. They liked it. They laughed. Like
There's a change, you know. I was like, I'm never gonna make it in comedy if I keep fucking women in the ass. Gotta suck some dick. I gotta suck some dick. Where was this at? Was that Fergie?
No, this was at Marsley's show. That Saul Bonner.
Oh, yeah, that was the week. That was the week after I first sucked the dick.
Oh, that we got introduced.
Yeah, that was like, hey niggas, I'm sucking dick now. That was that set. I'm out. You know what I mean?
It was black room, so like it took a second for them to warm up to it. They was like, hold on, what? Like,
I just remember Meg Getz going up after me and be like, I've never talked about sucking dick so aggressively as Charles just did. I'm like, yeah, niggas. Because I still got to, you got to retain that masculinity. I'm like, no, nigga,
You got him, because black room's very homophobic. So
I feel like Marcy's room, though.
It was loose. It was a little, like, you got him. I was there for your set. You got him.
It's funny you say that, because I was incidentally thinking about him today, because I don't know if you know, it's Comic-Con. So he's like one of them. He's like a cosplay nerd and shit. So I'm walking through the streets like, I better not run up on these niggas. I got the umbrella low. Yeah.
I didn't know is Comic-Con this.
It's right now.
Wow, I'm missing out on all the cosplay house, man.
And blue wigs and fishnets and on the train.
I guarantee there's so many like rogue cosplays and animes that I don't know, but I will pretend to. Just
walk up there and be like, hey yo, y'all seen Demon Slayer? I work with kids, so I saw the stack of manga sitting on her desk. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's Demon Slayer. It's the best.
I've had to try to I've tried to get into anime because like I seem to be attracted to anime girls, and, but I don't know shit about it, so I'm just like. All right,
That's what you got. You just gotta feign a little interest.
Let me download Crunchyroll, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me get a little quick subscription. Let me get a free trial. I get a free trial. I watched the pilot episode of 3 different animes. We got something to talk about on Saturday.
I can only talk about Dragon Ball Z so much.
Yeah, nah. Because they looking at you like, come on, that's basic.
Right.
Yeah, no.
I have no
it's like I love Nirvana. Like
Akira. What?
What you really? Come on now. You gotta get like the like rare like basement recording, only 50 pressing, like that level of like into this shit.
I used to watch one when I was younger. It was when I had like a very brief. It was when the Fast and the Furious got hot.
Okay.
It was a very, very brief, like, I'm a car guy phase. And there was an anime called Initial D that was like.
Initial D?
Yeah.
That was that set you saw me do. I was talking about that Initial D. Yeah. Initial.
It was there was no D in the show. But it was just a boring car anime. But you can't pick up any hoes with that. Unless they mechanics or something.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, anime is like not so broad. There's like anime for every like subculture.
Yeah. There's like wrestling animes. There's fucking football animes.
Yeah, they trying to bring like jock shit to anime now. It's like, come on now, y'all can't even just let nerds be nerds. Like, y'all beat these niggas up for 30 years about this, and now you gonna take that over? It's like anime is getting gentrified. Like,
that was my hardest. That was my hardest thing getting, because I started comedy in improv, and it took a while for people to warm up to me, because I think because it's a lot of theater kids,
right? Yeah,
and like I think, and I think maybe I looked like someone that might have like bullied them at some point. Like it was just, I made a lot of people uncomfortable just because of my presence, I guess. I don't know.
I wonder what it was about you.
I don't know.
I wonder what it was about your physical
I
appearance.
don't know. Could it have been
put these white nerds from Flower Town off?
from Flower Town? From fucking Central PA.
Yeah, man.
Fucking...
Just came to the city to do improv. That's why you came to Philadelphia?
Here I come. I'm like, hey, yes, and.
Yeah, no, I remember one time just standing in line and for Good for a show, and someone was standing behind me, and we're like, yeah, I came down from New York. It's just like good things are like, there's a lot of cool stuff happening in Philly. Like, since I've been here, and I was just like, oh man, it's a wrap for my city. Like, I knew standing in line for this alternative comedy show. They're like, Philly's where it's happening. I'm like, it was really upsetting.
It's not dangerous anymore.
What's crazy, it's only gotten more dangerous, and they just keep coming. That's actually what upsets me about the gentrification, is because the murder rate has gone up, and then these niggas are like, there's some like cool spots in North Philly. Like,
here's what bugs me, and I've been around the city long enough to know where's where and what's what, but like, what bugs me is that I'll see on Instagram like a realtor, and they'll be like, look at this house. It's in this section. It's in Francisville. And I'm like, hey,
yeah, no.
why am I paying $1 million to live across the street from the fire department in Francisville?
Nah, man. I hate the drone shit. The drone shit really fucked them. They stopped posting them Jones because they was like they showed you like a quick view of the.
Yep.
They were like, all right, let's go inside. Let's go inside real quick.
Yeah, because you said drone link is a little bit too long.
Yeah, no. 5 seconds later, it's a nigga throwing rocks at the drone like in Gaza trying to get that shit down.
Fuck out of here.
Yo, free drone. Man, you got a crackhead on Aramingo trying to sell you a drone for $5. Like, what? Where's the remote? You can figure it out. You look like a smart dude. You got it. You got them weird glasses on.
Trying to sell you something and insult you at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man, Philly's such a weird place. I like it.
I wouldn't want to live anywhere. I've gone to other places, and I'd be like, I'm physically safer right now, but it's not the vibe. Safety not the vibe.
I'm not a set. I was talking to King Cobb about this the other day. Like, I'm not, as much as I do here, I do like the option of going home. I'm not a city guy. Like, I need like a certain amount of like silence. Okay. You know what I mean? It's always, the city's always active.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
No, when I would like visit family down south or something, just like the hum of the crickets and stuff. It was so unsettling. I can't take the.
I need that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I sound like Diddy. Yeah, take that.
Take that.
Crickets.
Yeah, you like crickets, Meek? Man, shout out to Meek Mill. They're giving him a hard time, man. He just, so what?
He got that initial D.
He got initial D. Leave him alone. He's fine.
He was in that pool like, yeah, you did a good job, Daddy. He said, Meek Mill was like this.
He sure was.
Hey, man.
Hey,
what's really fucked up is for like weeks, everybody's talking about like, oh, looks like Diddy's been fucking underage girls. This is horrible. And they were like, oh, man. And then they was like, I think he might have sucked Meek Mill's dick or something. Like, oh, no Diddy! No Diddy! No! This nigga sucked Meek Mill's dick. How I'm going to listen to Dreams and Nightmares? Like, niggas was worried about the tailgate more than these young black girls.
They don't give a shit. They was like, hey, it happens. The world keeps spinning. He did what? He sucked who?
So we just going to be playing Just Wanna Rock for every game, I guess.
He's an interesting guy.
Uzi?
Yeah.
From my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess he went to school in my neighborhood. Okay. I wasn't like best friends with him. I don't know his block and shit. Yeah. From my understanding, he like lived in my neighborhood with his grandma for a time and went to Northeast.
Okay. I'm just like, I'm amazed and also happy that a kid, like a weird kid kind of just made it out. Because usually kids will, They'll get that shit out of you real quick if you're not.
Well, he does have to talk a lot of like gunplay shit that I'm like, man, you was just like breakdancing in the hallways in high school. Nobody said anything about you shooting anyone or selling any drugs. He would just like Wu-Tang while skipping class. That's all I ever heard about this nigga. It's like, all right, were you pushing weight on the side?
I don't think you were.
Was he handing out the drugs in the middle of a tang like? Fucking, you know what I mean? Come on, man.
I ain't heard Wu-Tang in a minute.
Yo.
That's fucking funny.
I like it when he says Philly shit. He what's that one song for real? He's like, I heard you with Gary Barbera. I was like, oh shit! This nigga said Gary Barbera. Oh, this nigga said Gary Barbera. Yeah, I heard you get Gary Barbera.
Warms your heart, man. It's like, yeah, he's still with us. He's still with us. He had a killer set. I watched him do a set of Coachella. I was like, this kid can fucking go.
Oh yeah, no, he's a great performer.
Like, he's so small. He's so tiny.
There was a news story out like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. That his I don't know if you heard the song where he's like, Brittany turned me to a slut. Brittany turned me to a slut. She was dating this girl, Brittany.
Right.
Who turned him into a slut, apparently. And they break up or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she's dating some new dude. And on the news, I remember they was like, oh, he pulled up at brunch and, like, had a gun and, like, threatened them, her and the dude. Mm-hmm. And then 2 days later, this is the last I ever heard about that story. You know, he got a very good PR team because I ain't heard a whisper about that shit since.
I ain't heard that shit at all. So he got a very good team.
Yeah. Don't let him get into a beef with Drake. That shit come right back up. Come right back up.
Drake got a daughter, apparently. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. That's partly why I'm late.
Yeah.
I was up last night. I was out at first. You saw me while I was out. Yeah. We ran into each other. I was out of my escapades and shit.
Yeah, I know you had a little, I don't know the relationship. You had a little friend, you know what I mean?
No, she's genuinely my friend. Okay. I was trying, I was trying to go to some other joints.
Okay.
She's not a very good wing woman.
She's cute though.
She's a, you'll see her around. She's a comic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay. I had to stand out in the hallway for that open mic, man, which I'm sure
I walked in, they were doing a podcast.
Yeah. They were basically doing Kill Tony that night because, I think they had like the ticket sales were kind of, so it was just like, all right, they like Drew and I went out and barked for a little bit, and then like, I guess word got out that they were doing like a Kill Tony.
Well, I'm glad everybody had a bad night because I was hosting my show and I was like, damn. I was like, it's a rough one.
I tell you what, it was a rough one. I was like, there ain't been no open mic in a minute, and this is why these dudes stink, and like physically, not just like
of course,
like open micers take showers. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back, and I think we're gonna get a little political. I think.
I don't like that we ending with take a shower. And now they're gonna think. Now they're gonna say, no Brian, no Charles.
Yeah. So before we started recording, you had asked me to remind you about politics.
I have a theory. It's critical James theory. It's
the show.
I gotta. Last night there was a strike. Mm-hmm. Not in Gaza, but in Toronto. I don't know if you heard the rumblings last night. Some diss tracks put out. Mm-hmm. Kendrick, he accused. This serious. Now we're talking serious stuff, so we gotta take it. I know we were joking around and stuff before.
Serious business.
But he was talking about Drake's daughter, who's his supposed daughter, alleged daughter, allegedly. Mm-hmm. And he's talking, and he was like, "Oh yeah, whatever other kids you got out there and stuff." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, Drake leaving him behind a trail of kids, and then I thought to myself, "This is where he's getting all these accents from."
All right.
He got a kid in Jamaica. He got a kid in London.
That's how he communicates with them.
Yeah. He got one in Memphis. It's different.
I like this theory.
He's sitting there. It's like he doing like baby talk to the kid because they live over there.
Yeah.
So then he shows up and he does like a little like oh, what up, my ting? What up, my ting? He's sitting there playing with the baby. It's just a little. And then he flies on the jet. He comes back. Mm-hmm. He hops in the studio, forgets that he's not with his kid. He's not in Jamaica in the secret place that he's hidden his child. Mm-hmm. and then comes out on the track. So that's my theory.
I like this theory. Now here's a question, a follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't, in theory, we don't know what he is or isn't doing with his own children. So is this
Like a good father?
Is this a bad thing? Is this like you think he's like halfway decent? Like, cause he's gonna have his favorites. This the light skinned one that's always in the pictures.
Right.
But like, if it wasn't for Pusha T, you think he would, he'd have them all secret?
I mean, Kendrick's talking about the one is 11. So, it's a lot of years of secrecy.
That's wild if that's actually a thing. Or if he, like, who knows if this is a thing? Like, right? You could just be saying shit just to be saying shit because it's a diss track. Or he's got somebody in his little camp whispering. And
well, Pusha T had said 40 had told him 40 was pillow talking with some girl, and that's how they found out about the baby.
It's the pillow talk. Pillow talk will get you.
It gets you.
You get real relaxed.
Exactly. You're very relaxed. That's exactly what it is. You're just sitting there just chilling like,
woo!
Hey, man. You know this nigga got a light-skinned baby.
Let me tell you something.
This baby got blue eyes. Yo, Drake crazy. You trying to get Grubhub? He worried about Grubhub. You don't realize he just released the most lethal information that's about to be.
Cause she's locking it. She's like, I got something. She's like, I don't know how this is gonna benefit me later, but the wheels are turning. She's like, I got this. This is here forever.
So that's what you got to do.
The
there were these kind of women in all kinds of wars. In the Holocaust, it was women fucking the Nazis trying to get information. Same thing with Noah 40 Shabib, and
because the as bad as they were, the Nazis had their weak spots, and they were like, oh man, I know he wants us to, eradicate.
All them girls wasn't blonde in them beds, in them Nazi beds.
But some of them be kind of, you got a weak spot for some of the Jewish girls. And, they were sneaking them in. And what do you think? He wasn't talking? He wasn't pillow talking?
I feel like we should move on. Actually, let's cut the. Let's cut the.
My dad went to. My grandfather did the Korean War. I've heard stories. American soldiers.
That's any war.
Like over there, they pillage your land and enjoy your women. That's what they do. That's the casualties
so why it sound
of war.
like he's teaching a third grade class? They would enjoy the women and they would pillage the land, kids.
This is why I can't teach, because this is not in the books. Yeah.
No, I was sitting there. I was, I work at a school and stuff. This kid walking. This the worst thing a kid can walk on you doing. I was in a classroom. Kid walked in. I was watching a congressional hearing from the Columbia University president. He said, "What is this? What's this?" I was like, "Oh!" I was like, "I would have rather I wasn't wearing hands." I was like, "You don't want this to get back to the administration." Pro-Palestinian sentiment? No, I'm out of Korea.
This is between me and you, okay?
Yeah. He's like, "What's this about?" He's like, I was like, "Oh, it's like the Columbia University president. It's a hearing, anti-Semitism." Oh, yeah, because them kids on that lawn. Because kids just hear stuff out of context.
Right.
So he just knows some kids are on the lawn. He's like, they're not going to stop that war. He's like, after me and you die, them people going to keep warring, so they need to get off that lawn.
Like, shut the fuck up, man. Here's a $2. Go get a Fruitopia. Shut up.
Yeah. And he was like, he was crazy. He asked me what's going on, and then it's like,
can you give it to him straight or?
Well, yeah, but then I was like, I don't have enough. Lunch was gonna be over in 10 minutes. It's like I can't go back 4,000 years. I was like,
it's bad timing.
I was like, all right, so in October 7th, he's like, oh, okay, so they started war October 7th. Well. All right, so like 1948, the British was giving the land to the Jews because of the Holocaust. Everybody, I mean, niggas feeling bad for the Jews, deservedly. Some shit was going on, so they had the lands. He's like, oh, okay, so that's when it all started. Oh, okay, well, actually, we can go back a couple centuries. I'm like, yeah, I don't got this much time. I couldn't even do that. I bought a book. I bought a book. I can't remember the author's name, but it's a 4,000-year history of Palestine. and I got like 50 pages, and I was like, listen, I'm just on y'all side. I can't.
I fuck with y'all. Like,
I fuck with you heavy. That's my official stance on Palestine. I fuck with you heavy.
I got a watermelon on my shirt. Like
they were giving you all like the different names. Palestine, like the land had historically like Al-Jamand and Philistine. It was like Palestine 2 and shit. Palestine had sequels and shit back in like Roman times. It was like Palestine 2. I was like, oh, what? I was like, nah, that's too. It's
a lot, man.
It was.
It's too much.
When niggas start hitting that Byzantine shit, I can't.
I'm not a history dude. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I never have been.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I can't. I get that it's important. I do, but it's like I can't get in it. I can't be bothered with it. I don't know what that is.
No, I like history, but it was just history when niggas was like writing on tablets. It's all like. This shit, a book like that is usually not gonna be super interesting. We got like one like that. They call it, it's the Bible. So
right.
It's
mad. There's so many interpretations.
Niggas been very interested in that book for a minute.
King James got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out LeBron.
I grew up with a version of it that's different from probably the one you grew up with.
Yeah. I want the secret Gospels. They had the Appalachia Gospel, whatever the fuck them Jones called.
Is that the one where Jesus had a kid or something?
Yeah, Jesus. Cause the Bible is mad hazy. Cause the nigga was, the Bible had flashbacks and shit. Cause the nigga was 13.
Right.
He was sitting there. It's 5. He was sitting there in the temple, and his mom left him at the temple. Was going for like a week. Mm-hmm. It was like, you shouldn't have got that far on the donkey before realizing I wasn't with you. It really wasn't Jesus' fault at all. Mary came back and whooped ass. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, he was 30. I'm like,
hold on. There's a lot of stuff in there because
it was a big gap.
The way you're described, first, like the way that the Bible describes him, he seemed like a pretty cool guy. You mean to tell me he ain't getting no pussy?
That's what I'm saying. He was running around with prostitutes. He's like, nah, these my friends. These my friends, yo.
Hey, he ain't say, hey, you know.
That's
you thought that was
I've said that before. I've been out. No, that's she my friend. No, we cool.
Right.
That's Brody. That's Brody. Come on now.
It's her water in the wine. You want a fish sandwich? I got you. You know what I mean? He could just make it happen. You think that didn't merit him something?
Bro. Niggas was living in the desert. A fish sandwich? That be $40 every time.
I wonder how crazy it'd have been if he just was like, you ever like if he introduced somebody to like fried fish for the first time.
Jesus had the first fish fry.
He was like, listen, he's like, you really want to get down? She was like, what do you mean? It's like, pal, fried fish. He's like, what is this? He's like, just try it. Yo. She said, what? She was like, what is this? What is this? This is tartar sauce.
Yo.
He said, what is tartar sauce? Shh. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so horny right now.
Jesus had the first cookout, yo.
Put on a good cookout. That's what she was like, this is a great party. You want to like go into the
40 loaves with cheddar biscuits. Yeah, no, Jesus got bitches. Come on,
you know what I mean? He had a couple.
Bitches.
You know what I mean? And they didn't have condoms back then, so you know he was not pulling out.
Yo, speaking of history, I've been reading about Australian colonization.
Right.
In this book, it's a very good book. Just pick it up. The Fatal Shore. It's a international bestseller. Okay. Probably not American. You know, niggas don't be reading. So
it's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard to get back into it once you're out of it for a while.
This is a good one. They was talking about because they started talking about the Aboriginal people and the Aboriginal women. What they would do to like I'm trying to think of what the purpose was, because it was like something. It was like to protect their skin from like maybe this was like before they had sunscreen or some shit. Anyway, they would put like hot rotting like fish oil and like slather it on their bodies.
Okay.
I forget what they had a reason. They wasn't just doing this like whatever. That was like usury back in the day or some shit. Right. So when like the British showed up and smelled them niggas, like they was like, we're not even gonna enjoy these women. We just gonna pillage. This is how we just pillage it, cause y'all, that's a crazy smell y'all got going over here.
It's like, look,
that shit wild.
And we smell bad too, but like,
yeah, they didn't. It wasn't like they smelled good. They had just been on a boat for like 8 weeks. Got there.
Stinking.
Stank. Yo. The stove, it really was crazy for them convicts because they was basically, on a lot of the ships were like slave ships. Because they had like outsourced the transport and stuff in a lot of the instances. So it was either like Navy ships, but then when the Napoleonic War started, they had them on like the slave ships and shit. So they were in like the stow, and then you out on the water, and you know they're going through rough seas, so they just had like no air. They was really living like like slaves, and then just showed up. So it's like that's how crazy I've been like basically underground for 8 weeks with no real air, just breathing in carbon dioxide. Niggas dying niggas would die, and you would just act like that nigga wasn't dead, and then eat his ration, laying in his sickness and shit. Though. And then they showed up, and they was like, "Nah, y'all, you've been rubbing fish oil on your body for 28 years, and that's accumulated. It's never one shower." They were like, at least I had a shower back when I was in England last time before I left.
See, we weren't this bad, guys.
Yeah, no.
I like that was their line. Like, we have a line, and it's this.
No, because a nigga like me, I kind of like it when the pussy stink a little bit.
Listen.
So, I kind of want to go back. If I had a time machine, I only had one option. I'm like, let me go back and smell that fucking...
This is what we say.
That fucking Aboriginal... you know what I mean?
Look, listen.
That 1787 Aboriginal pussy, let me see what that here for.
I have a feeling it was fire.
Come on now.
I have a feeling. Got a lot of practice. Wasn't anything else to do.
Bro, that was the thing about their culture. I'm sitting there reading. They didn't invent bows and arrows. They had never like, and you know, their terms, you know, the colonizers' terms, like advanced, they're developed. They was just chilling, rubbing fish oil, fishing, and getting like just never been washed pussy for years since they walked across the land bridge from Russia. That's crazy.
What a life. What a fucking life.
And it was all dusty and stuff. Like it's a very dusty, sandy place. So the cracks that's what I'm thinking about, like the pain. Like, wouldn't you just wash it to? All right, I don't want to.
You think you would?
I don't like where this is going. This is why I don't do podcasts, because I've gone on too long a tangent talking about Aboriginal pussy.
I'm gonna.
I just like history.
This is the name of this episode. Is
Aboriginal
pussy?
It has to be. It's a good book, The Fatal Shore. There's other stuff in the book. That was one part of one chapter.
It's like chapter 3.
Yeah.
Where I really focused on this part of chapter 3.
No, I learned about the Irish.
Okay.
You know, they always talk about, you know, the Irish indentured servants and shit or whatever. And then I read that shit and I felt like Kanye. I was like, I just crunched the numbers. Yeezy, running up. Nigga, it was like 5 of y'all, bro. I looked at the numbers. It was not that many.
They had insurance. Like
it wasn't like it was a good life.
Right.
They sold it.
Come on, it wasn't that. It was, you can't.
No, it was
comparison.
Pretty bad.
Like it was.
No, it was pretty bad. I was reading that shit. Even the stuff that they were doing to the British convicts when they were in Australia, because they were trying to get them niggas not to, you know, mutiny and shit. They was like, oh, they gave a nigga like 1,000 lashings. They were like, I'm gonna kill you, and then the nigga just died.
I'm out on 2.
You don't have 998 more in you?
Nah. I'm either gonna die right now, or you want me to snitch? I got you. Which one you want?
What was so crazy is like when they first got there, these niggas, cause they had to ration, cause they just was like, no one has ever been this far from Britain. We could, you know what I mean? We have this much food that's supposed to last us this long. So then the captain's like, all right, we have to all equally ration this. But then the soldiers like, wait, this nigga, they prisoners. So you mean I'm giving him the same shit? So then you had soldiers like, they're pissed off, and then there were like soldier mutinies and shit at the time. Then the soldiers at one point in the colonial history, they kept fucking the convicts girls, because the soldiers had access to rum, which was like, that was like the only good thing that you could have.
And I like rum, so I get it.
So it was like, they were like, shorty, they would just show up to your tent, like, yo, girl, man, got the Shit, fresh from Barbados. Come on.
They stole it fresh. Like,
You mean? And then they would just fuck your wife, and they would like, all right, you can just have her back. I don't want like this. It's kind of like, so they was having like bastard children. They're like, hey man, I'm here for like, I'm here on a life sentence in jail in a land I've never left London.
right,
I was just like I was like a little peasant.
right.
Now you sent me to Australia. It's just fishy Aboriginal pussy, dust, kangaroos and shit. I have one woman that was, you know what I mean? And then you just stole my, he's just like, she's still yours.
Like,
She just wanted some rum real quick.
Yeah, it's like,
You can have a sip. Ask her for a sip.
Yeah.
You want a pop? They took it back to grade school. Nah, get you a pop. It's good rum.
Yeah, you just don't put your lips on the bottle, but you got it. Like,
So I love history, man. I'm just trying to learn. Just trying to learn things.
do you teach history?
No, I as I'm reminded by the children at the school, I'm not a teacher. They always be like, "You're not even a real teacher." I'm like, "Hey, man,
Relax, man.
I get a comparable salary to a first year teacher. I'm not broke out here.
Right,
like
right.
I'm doing all right. And I'm a registered behavioral technician.
Oh, hell yeah, okay.
So when there's a kid, they assign me to a kid, and when he be doing shit that they don't want him to do, I'll be like, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
It's the big bucks.
All right, okay. I mean, hey, somebody has to do it. I know I ain't.
Yeah, them
Equipped.
kids be bad as hell.
Not equipped.
I be all supportive. You know, it's a performing arts school. I'm like, I'm gonna go to your audition. It's like an outside of school thing. I'm like, I'm gonna show up to your audition and support you. Make sure I really want you to do this and further your career. And then he just like, all right, whatever. Like, fuck out here, dickhead type shit. I'm like, hey man,
It's like, hey, I really meant it.
I care about these kids.
Oh yeah, I'm glad. Listen, I think is what you do close to what Frank does?
No, I think Frank was doing that. No, Frank was subbing for a little bit. Now
Okay.
because the education system in this country's failing. He was subbing, and this has happened to a couple subs I know, where they're just like, "Do you want to just have this class?" Like he was substitute teaching. They were like, "Hey, actually, no one wants this job at all. So can you just stay indefinitely?" So now Frank is like a full blown teacher.
Okay, I got you.
Shouts to Frank, the co-host of Certainly Funny at Veganish every Friday.
Yes, the oldest young boy in the city.
Yes.
Damn, that makes me think like, hey, should I become a teacher? I've got nothing else going on.
I've been thinking about going back to school to teach history, but then there's some things happening on university campuses that don't make me want to.
Yeah, it's true.
Go back to school. Nah,
That's true.
Let the heat count. I'm gonna walk up on campus. I'm gonna walk up to the fucking Buress office just trying to sign up. Niggas gonna hit me with a rubber bullet. So I'll just read about Aboriginal pussy until then. I'll do my own study. Have my own course selection.
Aboriginal pussy. Oh shit! That's it. Look, if nothing else, your first comedy album, Aboriginal Pussy.
Yeah.
Good God. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions that I ask everybody.
I saw you was scrolling. I'm like, what this nigga?
I got questions.
Yeah.
I've done research.
I thought this nigga was looking up pictures.
The Aboriginal. Let's see. I wonder what happens if I type in Aboriginal Pussy. Aboriginal.
It's gonna be sandy. It's gonna be covered in fish
pussy.
oil.
X videos, Pornhub, Aboriginal pussy porn videos. Yeah, well, there you go.
I mean, the thing is, there's got to be Aboriginal because it's not like they're completely wiped out.
Right.
So there's still. I saw a heartwarming story about a young Aboriginal girl who had just graduated college, and her grandfather like left like the tribe to do like a celebratory dance like at her graduation. It was very touching. Good to riff with.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is the second nicest thing someone's ever said to me on this podcast. First nicest thing was Naeem. He didn't know I was half white. He was like, "Hey, no parts of you comes off white." I was like, "Thank you so much."
Hey.
Cool. So I'm gonna ask these questions. That first of all, thank you for coming out on a Saturday. I appreciate that, man. It's a weekend. Weekends are for chilling. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
So these are very serious, important questions that I ask everybody that comes on the show. All right. So, do you have any hidden talents?
I mean, wouldn't say they're hidden. But I mean, as you said, you don't know me that well. So I play the drums. I sing a little bit. Which you don't know that because when I first started doing comedy, I would sing on stage as my closer bit, and niggas bullied me out of doing that. So
bring it back.
No, the only thing worse than that was when I was doing comedy, and they were like, "Oh wow, you're like a really good singer. Like you should have like, did you ever do anything with that?" And I'm like, "No, I'm trying to do something with the comedy. Like, I'm actually trying to see if that can work out." So I'm like, I was like, all right, let me get these jokes to catch up to the song.
How long did it take him to bully it out of you?
Too long. I would say the first 4 years I was doing comedy, I had like one bit where I would sing, but yeah.
Hey man, it happens to the best of us. What time does your body naturally wake you up in the morning?
Ooh.
Like no alarms, no nothing.
No alarms, no nothing. All right, so here's the thing. I'm on the pills. I'm off that. I have the pills. I got the bubbly. So if I were not on pills, I would wake up at like 7 or something. Or, you know, I used to be an early riser, but that shit be happening. I was out, yeah. I got up today at like 11.
Whew.
I went to bed at like 3:30.
All right.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
I was. You saw me out in the middle of my escapades. Like I went out after that.
I went home after you saw me. After that, I went the fuck home.
Yeah, nah. I was real quick. I was at the. I went to this bar, this go-go bar. And it was these joints. I was just talking shit with the security guard, and he ended up letting me and my friend in for free because we had already been to this party at this art gallery that was lame. It was all like break beats, and it was like 10 people in the room. It was just like artsy white girls dancing like this.
That's what you told me. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to get out of there. We had to escape.
Yeah. Glad you guys made it.
We made it out. Cause it was like, and people were like leaving. At a certain point, it was just like us two, and I'm like, I thought this was like the after party. Ain't the after supposed to go till late? It was like 11. We were like, all right, let's get out of here. So we went to the go-go bar. Security guard lets us in, and it was these joint. Cause most of the people in the go-go bar, that was the thing. It was the show was called Sold Out the night, like the dance night. And it's like, all right, it's all like sold. They play some James Brown, play some Aretha Franklin. I'm like, oh yeah, but it's all like 35 to like 48. White people at the bar who was sitting there like they was feeling the funk, but I didn't.
You didn't.
I wasn't feeling them feeling the funk. But there was like these 3 women who were there who were like hot and like artsy and stuff or whatever, you know, very, very well dressed. So I went outside and they came outside and I was like, oh, you know, y'all very fashionable and stuff or whatever. Then they were the ones who complimented the glasses, you know what I mean? And I was trying to, you know, I'm sitting there spitting game. They told you know. I'm, you know, basically. So I got this flip phone. So I was sitting there after, you know, a little bit of flirting or whatever. I was like, "Yo, you trying to put your number in this old ass phone?" That was the line.
That's a good line.
I thought so. I thought so. And she was like, "I have a boyfriend." I was like, "It's like." Cause you always, she said it in a way that it's like, I don't feel like you do.
Right.
But
there was no confidence in that.
I was like, what can you say? So I was like, oh, all right. You know?
You can't have friends?
Yeah, so, and then I was outside, and then the security guard just roasted me. He's like, I was trying to put you. He's like, well, you know, he's like, what you look? Why you look upset? He's like, what? She said, no, like, what you mean? He like, what you gonna leave? So I was leaving. I'm like I was like, I mean, you know, it's Trail 13. They were like the only Jones I was really trying to talk to. So.
Yeah. Look, it was a good line. Like, I wouldn't give up on that line.
No, I might have to run that back. Run that back.
Run that back. It was just this was a bad experiment this time, but you know, I feel like it'll bounce back. It's a funny line.
You know what I think it is though? It was a group of 3 of them. And I feel like I shot at the wrong one. You ever had one of those? Because you can't spin back.
It happens because you've already
5 seconds later.
You've already went with the friend. And
so I'm like, I you know, hey man, it's a lot of room on this. It's Motorola. Anybody wanna?
I got 94 spots left.
It is. I have a limited contact on it. I can't. This ain't no iPhone, but like I can fit you in. No.
Yeah, because if you pick the wrong one, even if there's one in the group that's feeling you, loyalty. She's like, I can't. You know what I mean? Unless she's a scumbag. But, you know.
So
That's my favorite.
So that's my answer. To that.
Cool. What's your morning routine?
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Well, like I said, I work in school, so usually I wake up late.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm late to work. I hop in the shower.
Shout out to being late to work.
I get dressed. I try and look. You know what I mean? Then I'm taking longer because I'm like, now I'm at a point. I'm like, I'm trying to be a kid. Obviously, like, you know, I'm a grown man, so it's like it's corny to sit there and you looking for the validation of children or whatever. But I was in the hallway the other day, and this kid walked. I don't even know this kid. He was like, you know, you're the most fashionable teacher here.
That means a lot.
And he just kept walking. And I was like, yeah, man.
Teenagers are mean, especially Philadelphia teenagers.
He was Asian.
They're mean. It doesn't matter that.
And he was Asian.
They're all mean. So if you could get a compliment out of one of them, hell yeah.
Man. Fashionable Korean students.
Oh yeah, they're always like 6 years before us.
Yeah, I'm saying, bro. But so yeah, so I get to work. I sign in on the sign-in sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's say I got there at 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the sign-in sheet. Well, you know, I'm gonna stop there. I'm not gonna say what the sign-in sheet says.
You sign in when you got there.
So that's my morning routine. And then I tiptoe. I'll be like a French burglar trying to get into the classroom without my supervisor team.
Trailing your mustache. Let's see. These back to back are food. That wasn't on purpose, guys. So what's the greatest cereal of all time?
Oh, well, I know I got this Chex Mix in front of me, so I'm going to look like I'm not loyal. This is just what was here. Shit. I'm going to say Frosted Flakes.
I respect it.
I'm going to say Tony.
I respect
My
Tony.
nigga Tone.
I respect Tony.
It's simple. It's got a lot of sugar. It's not good for you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You should brush your teeth immediately after eating it. That's the mark of a good cereal.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. This isn't one that's on the list, but I just was arguing about this with a group of friends. Drums or flats?
Ooh, all right. So I became a vegetarian at 9.
Okay.
So
cauliflower.
Glaze, yeah. Like,
which aren't bad. Like if you
cauliflower.
get them fried hard, they're not bad.
you gotta know the proper technique. As with all that stuff. Yo. Fried oyster mushroom, that's like a chicken breast.
Not bad. It's not
In
bad.
my world.
My roommate made lobster rolls
Yeah.
with artichoke hearts
Okay.
that tasted like a lobster roll.
I might have to fuck with that.
And I was like, am I vegan now?
Yeah, I might. They still got that recipe? I might have to.
Yeah. I'll share it with you. I'm adjacent. I can appreciate a well-made vegan meal. It's not my first choice, but I can appreciate. It's my first. It's like
come by Veganish on a Friday. You know.
Okay, all right.
They got some good food there. You know.
All right. And a show.
You got a show. It's getting a little. It's getting. I gotta get some blackout curtains because now that it's like the summer, we start seating at 6:30. The show be starting at 7. It was like light outside for the first 45 minutes of the show.
I don't want sunlight when there's comedy happening.
Yeah, right. I'm like, I'm gonna just turn it. You can turn out all the lights. You still see me. I turned off the stage light. I'm like, I'm still here, y'all. So, I want these jokes or no.
And my final question: the 3 most important people to your career.
Oh wow, to my career.
Yeah. That can be it doesn't have to be. It can be comedy. It doesn't have to be comedy. Maybe it's just the 3 most important people too.
Okay. All right. Well,
It's a broad question.
I'll do all encompassing.
Mm-hmm.
I will say Shannon Newby, Philadelphia independent filmmaker and educator.
Mm-hmm.
He was the film teacher at Samuel Fells, and just I would like show him like Eric Andre show and shit. He had never seen. He was like, "It's like this is very weird." He's like, "But everybody on here is black." Like he wasn't, you know. I played it for the class. It's like, you know, when you like a weird nigga, you play some shit like that, they be wanting to be like, yo, this some white shit or whatever. But I'm like, niggas like, it'd be like 2 Chainz talking to Eric Andre Hannibal. I'm like, come on now.
You gotta fuck with a little bit.
We not a monolith. Come on now. So he gave me a camera. It was like, yo, you should interview, like, you know, a bunch of seniors for like the senior video. And they showed it at the end of the year in an assembly. And it was, it made me like, you know, he was one of those people. It's just like you want to do certain stuff. And he's just like, just do it. So him, I'm gonna say my mom.
Hell yeah.
You can't leave moms out.
Can't.
Then I'm gonna say Ronald Metellus.
Shout out to Ron, past former guest.
Yes.
Former teammate.
That's good. Yes. The American Express.
Yeah, man.
This is good.
You made it. There's hope for us all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Ron's a good friend. He's done a lot. Cause it's like Ron met me when I was like 17. So in many ways he's like an older brother and stuff. So I owe a lot to him in comedy.
Yeah.
So
he made a very funny sketch when he was around that we filmed. I don't know if it ever came out, but we filmed it for sure about a Haitian hurricane machine.
Oh, okay.
At like it was supposed to be like a Dave and Buster's type machine.
Okay,
Just go in there and experience a Haitian hurricane.
I feel, he probably got that on the he got that on the hard drive. I'm gonna have to leak that like a Kanye song.
It's very silly, very funny.
Ronald Metellus sketch leak 2024.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Mom, shout out to Ron, shout out to teachers, shout out to good teachers. Hey, we did it. This was a good episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time.
I had a great time.
Hell yeah! Do you have anything you want to plug?
At Paula on her Dean at Instagram. You know,
it's a great name.
You mean?
It's a good
I've had like 12 Instagram names. I don't know if you. That's part of why you can't. Niggas be trying to book me. They be like, I couldn't find you. On Instagram. I had to just ask one of your friends. Niggas be calling up aunties and shit. Yo, did Charles want to do a show or like?
You and Malachi. I was like, I gotta remember y'all's name. Like,
yeah.
He'd be like, I think on Twitter or X or whatever, he's Reese Niggaspoon.
Yes. Reese Niggaspoon. Yeah, I be just, that's really, it's just me and him. I'm trying to out username this nigga.
Is y'all two at the
Yeah, he's
top
my
of
Drake. He's my Drake. At LOH Philly. I'm about to, you might see a poster for a show dropping in the coming week.
Hell yeah.
On May 25th. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do it exclusive. The poster not even out yet. Just pull up the Harriet's Bookshop.
Oh, shit.
May 25th. Black female owned, named after Harriet Tubman. We got some shit popping in the basement after hours, you mean? So just pull up May 25th, you see what's popping at LOH Philly. And there's always veganish every Friday, 7 o'clock. Get you some vegan wings. Get you that cauliflower.
Fried hard. Shout out to Harriet's because I have a $50 gift card that I haven't used yet for Harriet. So
all right, so pull up to the show. Grab that book about Aboriginal pussy.
I'm like, can you put me in the section about Aboriginal pussy, please? Thank you.
There you go.
Sorry, get out. You know where you can find me at James B. Knight, patreon.com/Critical James Theory. Appreciate your support. At the very least, just subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, man. It helps a lot.
Yo, subscribe to my nigga. Like what?
It costs you nothing.
You mean?
It costs you nothing. You know how many?
You ever see that video? Show a nigga love. I don't know cause nothing. Show a nigga love.
Show a nigga love. Is the little. I can't. Every once in a while, like that Raven Simone thing where she'll like teleport back and think of something.
Yeah, right.
That's one of the things I think about. Like, show a nigga love, nigga. Show a nigga some love. So it costs you nothing to show a nigga some love, nigga. Oh man, shout out to that kid. I think he's from Philly.
Yeah, he is. He has like long dreads and like raps now, and it's like, all right,
it's whatever works for you, bro. Cool. Again, appreciate you coming by, Charles. We're gonna end like we always end with a quote from the great and powerful Brandon Mitchell. Bye, niggas.
Facts.
Well, just our luck hit the critical James theory. Hit the critical James theory, yeah. Just our luck hit the critical James theory, yeah. Hit the critical James theory, yo. Just our luck hit the critical James theory, yo.